Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, what does it take to get into a graduation ceremony? Find out how graduating seniors feel about the ticketing system.
Also, join us for a solemn tribute by the campus clock tower where we remember fallen Bearcats with heartfelt messages and symbolic gestures.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fatima Purcell.
And I'm Talia Harrell. Welcome to Bearkat Student Media News. Disturbing new details are emerging after a ministry group here in Huntsville allegedly allowed a sexual predator to interact with Sam Houston students, despite knowing about his criminal past.
Bearkat Student Media's Hunter King has the story.
A new lawsuit filed in Harris County accuses ministry leaders at Chi Alpha Huntsville's chapter of negligence and liability involving the sexual abuse of a blind student who attended Sam Houston State University. We want to warn some viewers that the details of this case are disturbing. New tonight, a lawsuit alleges leaders at Chi Alpha Ministries, including the Huntsville chapter, knowingly allowed registered sex offender Daniel Savala to have access to students from the ministry.
These entities had actual knowledge that Daniel Savala was a pedophile prior to ever sending any one of their followers to go see him.
Savala registered as a sex offender in January of 2013 after he was indicted on 11 charges for allegedly assaulting several members of a youth group that he led in Alaska in the 90s. The lawsuit claims John Doe, a legally blind student who attended Sam Houston, was abused for nearly 5 years from the fall of 2017 through 2022. The ministry leaders are accused of describing Savala as a prophet, a savior, and an angel. Savala is said to have used those labels along with religion to groom victims. The lawsuit says the ministry would bring youth students from across the state to Savala's home in Houston for, quote, mission work. When there, Savala would allegedly sexually assault John Doe and make inappropriate sexual comments.
If that sexual abuse affects him both mentally and physically, those changes can't be undone.
Now, Angeline Nagam, the lawyer for the victim, says they're seeking damages for the physical and mental anguish, along with a trial by jury. Savala is currently being held in a Harris County jail for unrelated criminal charges. We reached out to Chi Alpha Ministries of Huntsville for comment, but they did not respond to that request. If you or anybody you know is going through mental health struggles, we have a phone number on our screen that you can call. Reporting from Huntsville, Hunter King, Bearkat Student Media News.
Many gathered at the Ruth and Ron Blatchley Clock Tower on campus last Friday for an event of remembrance. The annual Ravens Call was held at noon and serves as a way to remember Bearcats who have died in the past year. Ravens Call is hosted by Orange Keys, which is the official student ambassador group of Sam Houston State.
So this afternoon is the annual Ravens Call. It's an event put on by the Orange Keys, and it honors students, faculty, staff, and alumni who have passed in the last year. It's a yearly tradition for the university.
The event was introduced by a string quartet and ROTC students presenting the colors. The SHSU president, Dr. Elisa White, delivered a message to those in attendance. After that, the names of every Bearcat who has passed in the last year were read. After each name, an Orange Keys student picked up a rose and placed it in the memorial piece by the clock tower. The spring 2024 commencement ceremonies are quickly approaching. With only a couple weeks left, some graduating students are scrambling to reserve their tickets.
Bearkat Student Media's Charnel Haywood has the story.
As the semester is coming to an end, graduating students are preparing to walk. The commencement ceremonies will take place at the Bernard G. Johnson Coliseum, May 9th, 10th, and 11th. Many may question the process of ticketing for the 3-day event, but they say they understand they may not get the allotment they want.
We do one initial round of ticketing for all students that are eligible to participate who have filed for graduation. And after the specific deadline that's indicated in the email, we now offer an additional round of seat reservation.
Megan St. Vigna says an additional round of tickets is not guaranteed. It depends on the previous reservations and if the seats are available. Some graduating students have hurried to reserve their tickets,
I already purchased them the first day they came out. I didn't want to take any chances.
while other graduating students may not care about the number of tickets handed out.
It don't make me no difference. I'll be walking that stage, whether one person is there or 15,000. So
Many seniors say they understand why having an unlimited number of tickets available may cause problems.
If I bring some people, then I don't bring others, then it's a lot of conflict. It feels like that could happen right there.
While others say the arena only holds so many.
I've seen the Coliseum. It's big, but it's not that big. You don't have so many people. So I understand why they put a cap to it.
Graduating students and their families can visit GoBearcats.com to view their tickets. From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Charnel Haywood, Bearkat Student Media.
Sam Houston State's most famous alum will be featured in a documentary coming to Netflix. Legendary broadcast journalist Dan Rather announced on X over the weekend the documentary titled Rather will debut on the streaming platform April 24th. The documentary premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival last June. Frank Marshall directed the film and, according to Variety, had unrestricted access to the veteran journalist.
The documentary looks at the highs and lows of his storied career at CBS. The 92-year-old Rather is said to be attending a screening of the film at the Alamo Draft House in Austin on April 22nd. The mass communication building where we tape this newscast from is named after Mr. Rather himself.
Coming up, Huntsville's Pineapple Run rallies against distracted driving.
Turning grief into action for awareness and scholarships. Saving lives one step at a time.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
You're watching Bearkat Student Media News, a production of the Mass Communications Department at Sam Houston State University, only right here on Channel 7.
Pineapples and running make for a unique combination, and all for a good cause.
We sent Bearkat Student Media's Colin Neal to find out how.
At the Walker County Annex in downtown Huntsville, hundreds gathered to bring awareness to distracted driving. Deanna Irwin runs the event, and for the past 5 years has made it her mission to bring the numbers down to zero. The Pineapple Run helps her do it. Anybody can enter the run. All the entries go toward the awareness campaign.
Let's make some noise about it, and let's get the word out there to stop texting and driving. And while we do it, we raise money and we give scholarship to local students.
Irwin launched the Pineapple Run in 2019. She does it to honor her daughter, Peyton, who, along with 3 of her friends, died when someone texting and driving slammed into the back of a vehicle they were in. Peyton was just 19 years old. Irwin says she doesn't want this to happen to anyone else, so she started the Peyton Irwin Foundation in her daughter's memory and called this annual event the Pineapple Run.
Peyton loved pineapple, the pineapple figurine, what it stands for, be sweet on the inside, stand tall, wear a crown.
For the runners, it's about supporting the cause, and they showed out. 450 runners laced up their shoes, with some even coming all the way from Washington State. The participants chose to either run a single mile or a 5K. And while this run for them will last less than a half hour in most cases, the run to bring awareness carries on.
What keeps you going?
Wow, what keeps me going? The statistics going down keeps me going. The fact that people are listening. This keeps me going physically and mentally, And without this, I don't know where I would be because I wouldn't have something to focus on. But that keeps me going knowing that there's one life out there I'm saving.
In Huntsville, Colin Neal, Bearkat Student Media.
The university's College of Osteopathic Medicine has been granted accreditation. Accreditation with exceptional outcomes is the highest level of achievement a program can receive, and Sam Houston State has reached that level. The accreditation is good for 10 years. The program started in 2020 and will eventually have more than 600 doctors enrolled.
A school must be accredited prior to graduation of their first class. The College of Osteopathic Medicine will hold its first commencement ceremony this May, where 69 doctors will walk the stage. In March, the college announced 100% of its class of 2024 had been placed into a residency program.
There's a new addition to Huntsville, the Crystal Labyrinth. Mary Ann, a devoted mother, has opened the store with a mission to share her knowledge of healing in crystals with Huntsville. The Crystal Labyrinth offers an array of crystal products ranging from jewelry pieces like rings, necklaces, and bracelets to hair accessories. Whether you're seeking inner peace, physical healing, or simply a moment of reflection, Mary Ann invites everyone to stop by.
We have a unique experience when you come in here, and it can help people to heal, just to, release negative energy, gain positive energy, all the benefits of that.
In addition to jewelry, she also offers carvings, rocks from around the world, and products for aromatherapy. And you can't forget about her crystals, specifically tailored for children, inviting families to explore the world of healing together. The store is located on Sam Houston Avenue and is open Thursday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The wife of Sam Houston just celebrated another birthday. Margaret Lee Houston turned 205 on April 11th. The Sam Houston Memorial Museum offered free admission and threw a party to celebrate. They gave out plain vanilla cake and freshly squeezed lemonade. Visitors could even take a copy of the recipe with them to make it home.
Ms. Houston was the First Lady of the Republic of Texas and had 8 children. After Sam Houston died, Margaret kept his legacy alive. Visitors can learn more about the former First Lady of Texas in the museum. Still ahead, Bearcats had a phone-tastic evening in the center of campus.
For many students, it was their first time experiencing such a unique event.
And we'll see a lot of clouds the next few days. But how do rain chances for the weekend look? I'm forecaster Thomas Chambers, and I'll have your full weather picture after the break.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Good afternoon, Huntsville and Sam Houston State University. I'm Thomas Chambers with your local forecast. It's currently 82 degrees in Huntsville with cloudy skies throughout the day. We have winds at 8 miles an hour and the humidity is at 71% with the feels like temperature getting a little toasty at 87 degrees. Regionally, across the board, temperatures are coming in the low to mid 80s with Centerville and Livingston at 83 degrees, while College Station and Conroe are a tick higher at 84 degrees. Finally, Groveton and Hardin are resting at a cooler 81 degrees. Statewide, El Paso is seeing a temperature of 86 degrees with sunny skies, while Lubbock is getting up there at 88 degrees, while Dallas checks in lower at 84 degrees, with San Antonio a bit warmer at 86 degrees, and in Brownsville, it's an even toastier 88 degrees. Around the nation, it's a cooler 60 degrees in New York, 65 in Chicago, and in Miami, it is 80 degrees, with Denver checking in at 71 degrees, And lastly, in LA, it's a warm 77 degrees. For tomorrow, we'll wake up to a temp of 71 degrees in Huntsville. Sunrise will be at 6:50 a.m. and you could expect cloudy skies and winds coming from the south-southeast at 5 miles an hour. Humidity will be a smothering 93%. The 5-day forecast for Huntsville. Tomorrow, the high is 85 with a low of 71. Friday temperatures will start cooling down with a high of 82 and a low of 67. And Saturday has a high of 79 and a 91% chance of rain, which will continue into Sunday with its high being 67 degrees. But skies will begin to clear up on Monday, which has a high of 74 with a low of 56. Now that's it from Bearkat Student Media Weather Center. I'm Thomas Chambers. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thanks, Thomas. I'll make sure to carry around my umbrella this weekend. Bearcats had a foam-tastic evening in the center of campus. The bubble-filled event was hosted by the LSC and the Office of VP of Student Affairs. For many students, it was their first time attending a party like this.
It does feel good on my legs. I'm not gonna lie, it's very cooling. It's very hot out here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I recommend it. I wish we had this every day, honestly.
Music filled the air, and after signing waivers, Bearcats got to dance in the center of campus. Jets of foam blanketed the plaza floor, and students wasted no time to immerse themselves into this sea of suds. The party lasted from 5 to 7 and will return next spring.
One day, one cause. As we told you last newscast, Sam Houston State will hold its first ever Giving Day. The fundraising event will start on April 23rd and will last 1 day, 8 hours, 7 minutes, and 9 seconds. Why that amount of time? It corresponds with the year the university was founded, 1879.
Donors can say where they want their money to go, like a particular college, program, or scholarships. They're also inviting givers to match donations. They hope to reach alumni, community members, and friends of the university. For more information, you can email annual giving team members at giving@shsu.edu.
A national championship was within striking distance. Did the Bearcats bowl over the competition? I'm Bearkat Student Media sportscaster Hunter King, and I'll have all of your action on the field and on the lanes coming up after the break.
As a boy, Lorenzo Baez's playground was the streets. When his grandfather suffered a heart attack, one nurse's act of kindness changed his life. Today, he is the first in his family to graduate college, and he's not done yet. He's on his way to becoming a doctor. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Lorenzo defy the odds. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Hey Bearcats, take your membership on the go by downloading the Sam Houston State University Alumni Cat app today. Not a member yet? Join the Sam Houston Alumni Association or renew in seconds to enjoy exclusive national benefits on dining, entertainment, and much more. Now that you're in, take some time to explore your exclusive member benefits. Read the latest edition of Heritage Magazine or find an alumni event near you. Click on our travel tile to sign up and explore the globe with our traveling Bearcats, or stay connected to alumni in your area as you take your membership everywhere. Come hang out with the Alumni Association as we tailgate some of the biggest games of the year by showing your alumni member card that is now in the palm of your hand. Download the SHSU Alumni Cat app today in the iTunes or Google Play Store, or visit shsu.edu/cat app. Eat 'em up, cats!
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hunter King with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. They bowled strike after strike, but in the end, they struck out at the national championship meet in Detroit. The Sam Houston State bowling team rolled their way into the playoffs, won regionals, and punched their ticket to the national championship in Michigan over the weekend. They faced Jacksonville State in the opening match, but lost both games and fell into the losers bracket. In that bracket, they took on Youngstown State and got beat in that match as well, 2-1. Jacksonville State edged out the other 3 teams in the tournament to capture the national championship on Saturday. The Bearcats came loaded for bear when they faced Western Kentucky on the baseball diamond last Saturday. Michael Watson struck out 10, earning him Conference USA Pitcher of the Week honors. And Jake Tatum went 5 for 5 at the plate with 2 RBIs, which resulted in a 10-0 run rule victory for Sam Houston. Walker Yannick also drove in 2 runs, as did Jeffrey David and Caleb Cotton. Easton Lloyd went 2 for 2 at the dish and also drew 2 walks. The Bearcats would lose 2 of their 3 to the Hilltoppers over the weekend, and as of Tuesday, Sam Houston sits at 21-16 on the year, 4-8 in conference. They next take on Middle Tennessee for a 3-game set at home this weekend. And how about the start former Bearcat Colton Cowser is off to with the Baltimore Orioles? He was named on Monday the American League Player of the Week. The former first-round draft pick is hitting .405 with 4 homers and 15 RBIs as of Tuesday. His 15 stakes put him tied for 3rd in the American League, again as of Tuesday the 16th. The 24-year-old is boasting an OPS of over 1,200 to top it off. Cowser was drafted 5th overall in 2021 and is the highest draft pick in school history. The Houston native is still eligible to be Rookie of the Year in the American League despite getting playing time last season. And did you know this? He also enjoys building Legos in his spare time. And switching diamonds, the Lady Bearcats shut down UTEP Sunday to win the 3rd game of a 3-game set after losing the first 2. We head to El Paso, where Sam Houston applied pressure from the beginning. Bearcat Amy Abke pitched 3 no-hit innings, and what started as a scoreless game quickly changed in the 5th inning, with the Bearcats erupting for 5 runs. After a wild pitch scored a run, Trisha Uratsky hit a 2-run home run into right field. Follow that with a bunt base hit to score a run, and the Bearcats up 5-0 at the end of 5. They added a couple of insurance runs in the 6th with a double in the gap and a single to left center. Abke allowed only 4 hits across the shortened 6-inning game. Sam Houston shuts out UTEP 9-0, and after a win against HCU on Tuesday, they improved to 17-25 on the season and 9-13 in conference. Are you ready for some football? Even though it's only April, Sam Houston is playing its annual spring game this Saturday at Bauer Stadium, and the public is invited to check it out. Head coach Casey Keeler is preparing his Bearcats for their 2nd season in Conference USA, and if you're interested in securing season seats for the upcoming season, you can do so at this event. Gates open up at 10 a.m. and kickoff is at 11. Admission and parking are free. One other note, Sam Houston shooting guard Lamar Wilkerson has changed his mind, and he will return to the Bearcat basketball team this fall after entering the transfer portal. I'm Hunter King, and that's a wrap on sports.
Wow, thanks, Hunter. Wilkerson's actually one of our best scorers, so great he's returning. Last week, students gathered in Frank Parker Plaza for a little stargazing. Our star, that is, the sun. Hundreds packed the plaza to watch the rare solar eclipse. While we were not in the path of totality, we were close. Astronomy professors on campus said here in Huntsville, 97.1% of the sun was blocked out at maximum view.
The rare event had students, faculty, staff, and visitors oohing and aahing. Clouds blocked viewing for periods of time, but during the height of the eclipse at 1:41 p.m., the full effect could be seen. Texas was a hot spot to view the phenomenon. Many traveled to the Lone Star State to take in the event. The next total eclipse to take place in the United States won't happen again until 2045. You know, where I live, it was cloudy the entire time. I didn't even get to see it.
I was at work, so I didn't even get to watch it either. But that'll do it for us this week at Bearkat Student Media News. I'm Talia Harrell.
And I'm Fatima Purcell. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks for our last newscast of the semester.